So I finally found some safe ice that's local. I actually came and scouted this place yesterday and ran into one of our local heavy hitters, but I guess if you're watching this, I appreciate it. So we're gonna drop some holes. I punched 3 holes already. There is a little bit of structure down here. If you guys can see, there's some stumps sticking out just barely here. So I'm gonna drop down there and see if I can catch something. I didn't bring any like minnows or anything today. I've just got wax worms. But I'm gonna get you guys strapped on the chesty and we'll see if we can catch something. Stay tuned. All right, guys. So I'm just gonna start with this because I had it tied on from the other day. It's a tiny little, I don't even know what size that is, but we have some definite marks down there in the hole. If you guys can see that. Drop it down there and see if we can pull something up quick. Morning.
I'm going yet.
Just first drop into the hole, but there's some definite marks down there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dog yesterday, he caught the shit out of him.
Yeah, Ben Milliken. Yeah, I swung out here yesterday to scout the spot because I didn't know if there was going to be safe enough ice, and I ran into him. I do some YouTube videos too. That's what he was doing out here. So, well, we got one, guys. Not the biggest, and actually I think I'm gonna throw him back. He's got, no, I'll keep him. Not too bad. We'll make some sandwiches. Yeah, they're stacked up down there. All right, we threw a waxy on, changed up to a tungsten instead of that tiny little jig and plastic, and I've still got a bunch of marks down there on the graph, so I'll drop back down, see if we can get another one to hit. There we go. Crappie. Aren't the biggest in the world. They'll eat. Still a bunch of marks down there, guys. They're stacked up. Drop back down there. I'm still using the Two Brothers Innovations ice combo that I picked up at the ice show up in St. Paul. It's been a great rod for me this year. It's a bit longer than, and we're on again, it's a bit longer than most of the stuff that I have, so it's nice to have that little bit of extra length. There's another crappie. Keep going like this, I'm gonna have a limit in an hour. On again. Probably another gill. No, that's a nice crappie. You guys gonna catch something? Just a little friendly ribbing.
I got fish looking at it over here, but they don't like it.
You got wax worms?
Yeah, I got a small small Swedish pimple.
Yeah, I'm just using just a tiny little tungsten.
A little tungsten?
Yeah. Just a tiny jig. I have more luck on them with that than like spoons or Swedish pimples. I feel like they're too big, honestly. Either something this small or something with a minnow on it. Bam. Dude, we're just laying the hammer on them. It's a good fish. It's nice and thick. 3, oh, we're up to 5. There we go. Doesn't seem very big, but nope. Nice crappie. 7. Here we go, guys. We're hitting a few. They're monsters, but they're definitely big enough to eat. Try to keep a limit today. It's been a while since I've kept a limit.
He's getting them on, what'd you call that jig?
Just a little tungsten, tiny little tungsten jig.
Oh, crappie.
Yeah.
He's catching the shit out of them.
Boy, I guess.
They've been stacked up. I've kind of pulled most of them out, I think, at this point from this spot, but there we go. Hit it on the up strike.
I'm gonna have to switch size. This wind is just kept.
There we go. That's a fat one.
Be a baby. He's doing YouTube videos.
What's that?
He's doing YouTube videos. Oh, I got you. Showing you how to catch them.
Don't worry, I won't give the spot away though. It's too good, obviously. All right, guys. Well, we had a successful morning on the ice. I've only been out here for a couple hours, and I managed to catch a limit of crappie already. A few other guys out here catching some fish also, so hasn't been a bad day. There's plenty of safe ice on this spot, so I think I might make it back out here with this weekend with a couple buddies, see if I can con them in to come fishing. But I'm gonna get the stuff packed up, and then we're gonna head home and make some sandwiches, I think. I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, guys, as you can see, I'm home. I've got all the crappies here in the sink. I'm gonna get those fish cleaned up that are in the sink, and then I probably actually got to go to the store because I don't think we've got anything to make sandwiches. We've got some sliced wheat bread, and that doesn't sound like it'll be all that great. And then I think I need to pick up some lettuce and stuff like that. So, all right, guys. So I got the fish cleaned up. I've just got a few of the fillets out, and we're gonna use some Zatarain's fish fry seasoning, and I'm gonna use Sam Adams Boston Lager, and I'm gonna make some beer batter. I went and picked up some hoagie buns, so we're gonna fry that up like that and make a sandwich. I've got some fries in the oven. They're actually done already. I'm running a little bit behind on this one. It's almost 9 o'clock. A little bit of a late supper for us, but we're gonna get this cooked up, get some sandwiches, and that looks like about enough. If I have a bottle opener in here. Now, I was looking at some Facebook threads, and some people were talking about how they cook fish, and a couple of the posts that I saw where they did beer battered fish like this and made a beer batter, they left the beer out and let it get flat. And I haven't done that, but I'm curious to see what that would do. So I might try that sometime. As you can see, it's immediately foaming up as I pour it in there. So I can understand why people say to use flat beer, but we'll give it a shot anyways. I mean, I've always done it with fresh beer. Never crossed my mind to do it with flat beer. So hopefully this is thick enough. I already feel like I put way too much beer in there. And the oil's heating up on the oven right now. What do you think? Does that look thick enough, or should I thicken it up a little bit? Always need to get the opinion of my wife behind the camera. See if I'm doing all right. Now let's hope this is warm enough. Yep. Here we go. Try to get them all in there. I should be able to. Here we go. Got our fish cooking. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, guys. So I got my plate made up here, and I got the fish out of the fry. The breading didn't turn out as thick as I wanted it to. If you guys know how to get this breading to stay on thick, like this piece turned out pretty thick on one side, but most of these are fairly thin, and I thought as thick as that breading was that it was gonna stay pretty thick, but I haven't been able to figure out how to get the breading to really stay on there thick. So go ahead and make our little sandwich up here. Should be able to use just a few little chunks. And of course it's always so flaky that it just falls apart every time I try to take it out of the pan. Oh, it looks like a small piece down there that's really hot. Throw that on the end there. Get ourselves a little bit of tartar sauce here. Oop. There we go. Let's see how this turns out. I haven't had a fish sandwich in quite a while. It's big. Sup? How you guys doing? It's really good. Obviously with all this stuff on there, I can't really taste a ton of fish. Taste tartar sauce and lettuce and bread and all that. I don't really taste any of the Sam Adams on here, but it does taste pretty good. You just get a piece of this here. We'll just try the fish by itself. You guys can see it's nice and flaky white meat here. Some good breading on it. It's pretty good. It definitely has a bit of a, I guess, a darker taste, because you would expect that from a lager. The last time I did the beer batter, I used Bud Light, so it's quite a bit different beer. You can definitely taste the difference, and it's really good with the Zatarain's fish fry. I haven't actually done the beer batter with any kind of fish fry mix. When we usually do the beer batter, we just use flour and mix beer in there. So trying it with the fish fry mix was pretty good. I'd like to try a couple different kinds. I know that there is a Dots pretzel mix, like a pretzel rub, and I've heard that's really good. And my wife likes the Dots pretzels, so I'm gonna give that a shot once I can find some. I might just have to order it. I don't know if anybody carries it locally, but ooh, I'm losing pieces. It's really good. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a fish sandwich, especially with the basic way that we cooked it, but it's really good. I'm glad I got enough for two. Got some seasoned fries here. Of course, they're going to be tasty. But that's about it, guys. So we had got a nice little dinner here, enjoying the fruits of our labor for a day's work. I had a great day out fishing today. I ended up catching that limit of 15 in probably around 2 hours. There was a few guys out there today, and they weren't doing as good as I was doing, and they really creeped in on me, but we ended up having a good time, and they started catching some fish, so I can't be mad about it. And that's one of the few spots around here right now that actually has safe ice. There's a few other spots that are starting to get pretty safe, but the ice is starting to thicken up, and pretty much everything around here should be safe by this weekend and into next week. So we're going to be doing a lot more ice fishing here in the near future. I hope you enjoyed the catch and cook. It's pretty simple, but it's pretty tasty, and it's an easy meal. So if you have the opportunity to go out and do any ice fishing and catch some fish like this, I would highly recommend to give it a shot. It's a great time, and you meet some great people. So that's it. I upload every 3 days, fishing, camping, outdoor stuff. I do some really random stuff too. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.